Hello and welcome to another great episode of the Contractor Business Builder podcast. We have the honor of talking with Casian. He is the founder and CEO of FocusedQ, which we're going to be learning about today. How are you doing today, Casian?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing great. Yeah. So can we dive right in? Can you share a bit about your journey in the construction industry and what inspired you to establish FocusedQ?
So, yeah, as many contractors, me being a contractor back in the day, 2008, I was doing a lot of landscaping, interlocking, general renovations, so like bathrooms and basements. And I find that a lot of the quotes, they're kind of like, they're repetitive. So, like, if you're going to do an interlocking job, you can do a bathroom job. They're all generally the same. And I find that I spend a lot of time estimating the jobs. And the biggest problem was compiling all the material lists, my profit margins, everything. And then at the end of the day, the homeowner is like, no, it's too
Mm-hmm.
expensive. Or no, is it where is this price coming from? Or where is this price coming from? So I tried
Mm-hmm.
to be more detailed. Then I started breaking it down like line by line, line by line. And I find the more detailed that I became, the more the homeowner's like, okay, I like that price.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I was doing a lot of like the Excel sheets
Mm-hmm.
and formulas and adding the material list, and that was like time consuming, like extremely
Mm-hmm.
time. So
Yeah.
that's when like let me see if I can do something. And I did the original, like I coded the original version. It was like a basic, it was a fence one. I hard
Mm-hmm.
coded because like fence is like in Canada, especially you have subdivisions. Once the fence is done,
Mm-hmm.
sorry, not the fence, the subdivision, they don't do the fences. So we just knock on all the doors and be like, they
Yeah.
have to get done regardless whether it's me or somebody else. Just be competitive on
Mm-hmm.
the. It was all
Yeah.
consistent. So I find that was the easiest template to create first, like hard coded into the software. And that
Mm-hmm.
was the first version of Focus Q where I just did all the fences and I went around and I just like, okay, this is the square footage, this is the price, sign, sign, sign.
Yeah.
And that's basically, and then that's where it evolved to like other projects and other
Mm-hmm.
areas. But originally it was just fences.
Right on. Yeah, that's wonderful. Definitely found a need there in the industry, and essentially, it's helping you get from an idea of an estimate with some numbers to a signature with as few steps and as little headaches as possible.
Yeah, but originally, I just did it just for me, like to solve my problem.
Yeah.
Like I didn't think like I was gonna sell it or give it to
Mhm.
other contractors originally, right? It was
Yeah.
just to speed up my quoting process and
Yeah.
uh and to do everything more consistent, everything more because once they do it, everything is in a database and you don't have to fumble with paperwork and stuff like that, right? So
Hmm.
it was solving my problem. I didn't have the intention to do everything, right?
Yeah, but now the industry is better for it because you can share it with everybody else, right? And they can utilize what you've developed. And I know it is a big pain point. I mean, estimating in general, a lot of contractors they want to be out there managing jobs and selling projects, and talking with clients sooner than sitting down and figuring out numbers and trying to put pricing together and all those kind of things. So definitely something very beneficial. Can you talk a bit about how your software works as far as like the estimating and the pricing and how does someone go from, let's say, talking with a client, they've got a scope of work to getting an estimate done with FocusQ?
So essentially, if the client, let's say the client calls me, they want to do a bathroom renovation, right? We can do it two ways. We can do it over the phone, which what I recommend is okay, what's the size of the bathroom? Do you need to get it demoed? Does it have to get like does the plumbing changing? Like is it like a three-piece bathroom that's getting a three-piece bathroom back just updated, or you
Mm-hmm.
change a three-piece bathroom to a four-piece bathroom, right? So once you have
Yeah.
that information, you can kind of like start building your estimate,
Yeah.
or or alternatively, you can go to the job site. So okay, the client calls, I need a bathroom renovation. You
Mhm.
go to the job site, you check, you do your measurement, you need this, this, and this. You can
Yeah.
pull up Focus Q, and then okay, you got to do a three-piece bathroom. You need to demo
Mhm.
it. You have to install a new bathroom. You have to do plumbing. You have to do electrical. Each template are individual. So if you go on our website, you can see there's a demo for specifically this, a three-piece bathroom. So a three-piece bathroom, a re and re, where you're ripping one out and putting one in.
Yeah.
Standard things that are associated with it is the demo, the plumbing. So you're gonna have to put in a new vanity, you're gonna have to put in a new toilet, you're gonna have to put in a new bathtub, you're gonna have to
Hmm.
do controller for the shower, right?
Yep.
So that plumbing fixtures, electrical, you may not have to move the electrical, but you're gonna need new fixtures, new switch, a GCFI outlet.
Yep.
So, so the way you would do it on the job site, you would just bring up the templates, you would log into your website. I need demo, electrical, plumbing, just enter the measurements. So let's say the demo is a standard bathroom is 30 square feet, enter this
Hmm.
30 square feet. Now you need electrical. Electrical is how many fixtures do you need? I need two fixtures. I need a light and a switch. Then
Yep.
you plumbing, how many fixtures do you need to fix your plumbing? You need a bathtub, you need a controller.
Hmm.
So those are four fixtures. And then you need the bathroom finishing. So the finishing is the tiles, the
Yep.
vanity, the outlet, the
Hmm.
actual controller of the shower. Right. So this is all the finishings that you see. So everything before that is all
Yep.
the building material.
Hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you enter so what's the tub surround? So the tub surround is basically the tub and then it's just a tile around it, right? So if you go all the way
Hmm.
up, or if you just stop halfway, do the
Yep.
measurement, and
Hmm.
you enter all that info. It's just a shopping cart, so it's like an e-commerce shopping experience. So
Hmm.
you can check it out on the top right corner. There's a shopping cart. Everything is less there. Once you're done, you check out, and then you
Yep.
can see everything itemized, like line by
Hmm.
line. How much two by four you need, how much tile backer board, how much grout, how much
Hmm.
cement, how much
Yeah.
tiles, the faucet, the vanity, the toilet. So the building material is kind of standard. You can change around it depending on the region that you're building in. But the
Hmm.
finishing material, let's say you don't like this faucet, it's $100. The client wants a fancier one. You can change that faucet dynamically inside the estimate right on the
Hmm.
spot in front of the client, and you
Yep.
can give
Hmm.
them an interactive experience of the quote. It's not just like okay, this is the bathroom. It's $10,000, right?
Hmm.
You have it itemized. You can sit down with them. You can show it to them. Change
Yep.
this, change that, right? So you're being more transparent with the
Hmm.
homeowner. It builds more trust, and it
Yep.
guarantees a bigger sale because you can upsell on the products.
That's fantastic. And then the client knows, where these numbers are coming from and how their decisions on, finishes and fixtures and things like that is going to impact the overall budget of the project. So that's very cool. The pricing for these materials or faucets and stuff like that, is that input by the contractor, or is that being pulled from some external database? How does that pricing get into the system?
That pricing is directly from the local suppliers. So we have partnerships with, we're building every day. So we
Mhm.
have partnerships with local suppliers where we're pulling that data directly from them. So if it's in stock, you'll see it. If the price change, you'll see it. So you're always giving up-to-date prices. So you're not
Mhm.
trying to guess, you're not adding, you're assuming this product is this. Those quotes are pulled, all those quotes are pulled directly from suppliers, and it builds a
Mhm.
material list for you. It shows you the markup, how much you're charging the client, and how much the company is charging you. So
Yeah.
you're always making a markup on those. So we're always showing retail prices, and then in the back end are trade prices.
Yeah, very cool and very useful to have that live, up to date pricing database and being able to pull that from suppliers because prices go up and down. Generally, they go up, and if you're quoting on a job and you're using prices from a previous job that you did 6 months or a year ago, that pricing has probably changed, and you're just kind of cutting into your margins at that point if you're using old pricing. So yeah, super helpful there for sure. And I like as well, like you said, there's two sides of it, and I've heard both sides from contractors as far as like either having a quite detailed estimate that you provide to a client where they sort of see where all the pieces are, and then also just kind of like that bulk price of bathroom for it's going to be 12 grand or 10 grand or 30
Yeah.
grand or whatever it may be. But I found in my experience as well, if you have a lot of detail, you instill more trust with the client, and they're more willing to spend money with you because they know where it's going. Whereas if it's just a bulk price, you're sort of they're just comparing you as a bulk price to somebody else. Whereas with the details in there is the what would be your
Also,
thoughts on if a client sees all those itemized prices, they're more likely to ask for changes or, say they can get something cheaper somewhere else. What are your thoughts on that?
So first one to double back on the bulk pricing. So the bulk pricing, I find like a lot of the older, like the old school contractors, like
Hmm.
the 60, 70-year olds, like the 50 year
Yeah.
olds,
Hmm.
they've been in the industry for a long time. They're set in their ways, and
Hmm.
they have the network or the trust already is set in them. Right.
Hmm.
So when you
Hmm.
see a client, they're already trusted, they already know them, right? Whether it's a referral or whether they've done work for them in the past,
Yeah.
right? So when they give them a bulk price, they're okay, right? But
Hmm.
the risk of if it's a new client, you're giving them bulk prices, they may trust you, they may agree to it, then you're stuck to that bulk price. 99% of the time, you go over that bulk price, right?
Hmm.
At least on your end, at least if you have it like itemized, right? You
Yeah.
know where everything is going, right? If you
Hmm.
don't feel comfortable sending an itemized quote to them, we have a toggle where you can send it just bulk price,
Yeah.
right? Whatever you
Hmm.
want. But we don't recommend that because it doesn't build trust towards the client. And if a
Hmm.
client, let's say, for example, they start questioning you on, oh, okay, the material is only like 5 grand, but labor is 15, right?
Hmm.
Then you can justify, you can say, okay, but there's a lot of, we have to first, for the bathroom, right? It's a
Hmm.
lot of skill involved in doing tile work, right? You
Yeah.
can't just hire somebody off the tile roll and then expect it to get done,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
So you're
Yeah.
not paying for the time, you're paying for the
Hmm.
quality and the expertise of the contractor,
Yeah.
right? And then
Hmm.
if they haggle you on like line items, like let's say,
Hmm.
okay, I can get this from somewhere else, right? Then
Yeah.
that you have the labor price like as a sub item. The
Hmm.
budget, you're set that budget, right? So I know a lot of contractors don't want them to get it because they'll get the wrong material or the wrong, right? But if
Yeah.
you,
Yeah, it's not good.
so if you give them a material list, right?
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
they're okay, go buy it, right? And
Hmm.
they come to the house, right? But they're buying that exact material list that you have from the supplier,
Hmm.
right? The
Yeah.
suppliers that we work with normally they'll invoice it on the PO of the project, and the contractor will still get that discount. So the homeowner is going to pay in retail, and
Yeah.
the contractor will still get that discount at the end on the
Hmm.
back,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
So if they buy that exact material list from that exact supplier, right? But if they're
Hmm.
buying it from China or something else and it doesn't work, right?
Yeah.
Then we tell our contractors, okay, as long as it's the same item, then we're good. But if you're buying shit, then there may be change orders and may not
Hmm.
work. Like that.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, everyone starts somewhere and does, operates how they operate. But generally speaking, if you want to provide a full service solution for a client
Yeah.
and they should, they can make decisions, but as far as like ordering and touching things and that's, like I said, you got to start somewhere, but ultimately you want to be a contractor that people go to manage the whole project. And that's the type of clients you're generally going to want to be working with. But it's great that you have that functionality that you can do, bulk pricing or itemized or whatever. So that's great. AI is the big thing nowadays as far as, it being incorporated with a lot of software. What are your thoughts on AI in general and how